Libra, welcome to your Celtic cross reading. What's up? What's going on? Show me that, Libra collective. Oh, for some of you, cycling. We're going in or we're going out. What's going on, please? Show me Libra, show me Libra, show me Libra. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. If there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate. Frustrating but normal. Check other placements, you will find yourself in there somewhere. Show me what's going on, please, for Libra. One more. Show me Libra. That's better. Okay. King of Swords. Crossing, Nine of Swords. You want to make a decision, but there's stress there about what that means. What does it look like? Okay. The world is above you. A cycle indeed. It might feel imminent. Something might be closing out your world. We'll see. In the recent past, Seven of Swords. Something we tried not to look at too deeply. Okay. Exiting. Three of Swords. A sense of pain. The fear of it, the fear of rejection, having to handle it, having to deal with it, that's starting to exit. So it's allowing you to clear up your thoughts on the subject. Before you, the Empress, the fullness of you. You await you. Strengths, Six of Wands. Your environment is beautiful. Ten of Pentacles, fantastic. Strong foundation, stability, sense of self. I did this, right? I did all this. I love it. Hopes and fears, Six of Cups. Oh boy, what about it? We'll see. In the outcome, Queen of Cups. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it looks like your heart is coming to rest on a particular subject, while it might be opening to another. Okay. I don't know, but I like how we kind of got out of this state of avoidance. I don't want to deal with this. I can't handle this decision. I can't handle this thought into, actually, yes, I can. Of course you can. It was there the whole time. But if we are convinced we can't see a solution and therefore we want to avoid it, or we just kind of want to drown in our own thoughts, we will until we feel we are ready to absolutely make a decision. But like I said, you opened up straight away with that sense of responsibility. I have to sort through this. You know, I know you tried to leave things alone in the past. I don't want to deal with it. That doesn't work. And having those weight of thoughts on you every day takes a toll. And as the fear of the thing subsides, you feel more capable of going into an empowered state and saying, yes, I can, and yes, I will, right? You hear the language there? Big difference between I can't deal with this and yes, I can. One's empowered, the other one's not. The other one assumes it has no power, okay? The other one assumes it does have power. Language, our words have power, guys. And if we say them loudly enough, we'll believe it. For better or worse, we'll believe it. Okay, so how are you giving yourself power or not giving yourself power? Let's take a look straight away at that King of Swords. Let's see 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 that King of Swords, please. Let's see that King of Swords. Let's do one more. Show me that King of Swords. Nine of Wands, resistance, the Nine of Swords. Man, that Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, man, that's really caught in your way quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's almost like you're saying, 'cause you have such a frustrating energy in you and such a frustrated mind that there are some days where it's just easier to be like, you know what, there is no decision. And then you shut the whole thing down. You've come up against that particular block time and again. And you keep coming up against that particular block. So that tells me it's not resolved. And it just increases your stress and anxiety around a particular subject. It's saying that you find it to be so emotionally and mentally conflicting. It's just been easier for you to not deal with it. And sometimes it gets to be so much that it rolls up on you. You shut the whole thing down. You know that's not who you are as the King of Swords. You're saying in this particular instance, Something gets you so worked up, you can't even discuss it. Nine of Swords is here twice. Nine of Wands, that's active suppression. That is overly mentally stimulated, reoccurring, ruminating thoughts over and over again like this, like a hamster on a wheel, right? You get emotionally exhausted and confused. Seven of Cups, you shut it down. That doesn't mean you have any more of a decision tied to you or resolution. It just says you got into a place of being overwhelmed. Shut the whole thing down. What is this that's on your mind? I see you've avoided it in the past, and that got you up until a point. But that point stopped being sustaining. You can only avoid something so long, right? What is this? Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords. Just, to kind of take it out of the vagueness and pull it into reality. So say the King of Swords understands that tax day is coming. Got to file those taxes. He knows this, right? I got my receipts. I got my forms, my blah, blah. Got all that. King of Swords, it's my responsibility. I'm going to get through this. You approach it. Then you see the overwhelming piles of data. And then it gets shut down. Now, let's say that was back in January. But April 15th, like if you're an American, it gets closer and closer to tax day. And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to pull what this looks like down into reality so you can kind of get a feel for it, right, as an analogy-based concept. Except this one seems to be a lot more frustrating, And if I actually 100% got you on that tax thing, then you let me know if you're that brave Libra who can say, no, that's actually it. That's it. Okay, I don't know. I hope not. But that is rather wild. That the tension's really high. And it's all internal. That's all internal stress and feeling overwhelmed. Nine of Swords. Crossing. Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords. Let's see that Nine of Swords. The World. I know it's on your mind. See, you're already telling me I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. What is it that's such a threat to you? The truth about a cycle. Seven of Pentacles. It was a long time coming. How long have you let this ride out? Oh, yeah. This is a known truth that we have been not trying to deal with for a long time. Again, it's not an accusation. It's not a judgment. It's just, I see that you understand this is a realistic possibility. And one you just don't want to get anywhere near. There are days where you get brave and you step up really close to the issue. And then you see how much it entails. And you're like, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. I'm describing the process because this either fits you or it doesn't. The height of stress for you is high and it's been ongoing because there's been no relief on this particular subject. It is an ongoing state of constant mental stress despite you knowing the outcome and that it needs to be sorted with the Seven of Pentacles. This has had too much time to stand and become stagnant. Okay. Again, not giving you a hard time. I want you to know if this is your reading. Because we have some really strong decision-making factors here today. This is something we know we need to address and officially close it out. And you've been on the mental brink of this for a while. Too long. I know you get so close, don't you, with that King of Swords. I'm going to do it. Today's the day I'm going to deal with it. Then you see the facts and the piles, and you're like, I can't. Okay. Let's see this world in close-up, shall we? Let's see that world, please. Oh, I'm getting squeaky. Let's see that world, please. Show me that world, show me the world, show me the world, show me the world. Oh, no, there's decisions in here, all right. You getting to it, that's the thing. All right, what are we talking about here, Chief? What's going on? Show me the world, show me the world. Show me the world, show me the world, show me the world. Some of you, purple is your favorite color. Why are you attracted to purple? I mean, I love purple. I freaking love purple. It's one of my favorite colors in the whole world. It's not about me, though. What's with the richness of purple? Purple as a metaphor has always meant different things, such as royalty, productivity. It's associated with growth, okay, particularly the Empress energy. It's a richness. It's kind of like the richness of life, as you might represent the grape or the fig. Not quite the indulgence, but the proof that we had a lot of space and time to nurture things, and therefore we get to, reap our own particular harvest and enjoy it. It means so many things, honey. It means so many things. Or purple just might be your favorite color. The moon, Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, a balance you've been holding on to, and you need to let it go. You don't want to do it anymore. That's the honest truth. But you also haven't found an explicit way to reject it. Am I right? I just know it's not for you. And it's not so outstandingly bad in your external world that you have found reasons to absolutely shut it out. Right? If that balance was outstandingly bad, let's say it didn't give back to you. Okay. Let's say it was horrible. Let's say it was poorly constructed. Let's say it gave you the short end of the stick. Let's say if it was outright horrible, mean, toxic, or abusive, or frankly just a balance that's not very giving. We don't need too many reasons to cut things out. We really don't. Any of those things would have done. But for some reason, you don't seem to have enough hard reason to let something go. And you get yourself all worked up about it. How about the simplest reason is that it's just not for you? You don't want it. You clearly don't want a balance. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't presume to. It could be anything that constitutes your day-to-day world and or activity that's supposed to provide you structure, security, or a sense of balance, give and take that might be equal to someone else. It could be circumstantial or represent a person. I don't know. The Six of Pentacles is anything. It really is. It just shows up as a repetitious act in your world, and you're saying, I don't want it in my world anymore. But it hasn't done anything so outstandingly wrong from your point of view that you can justify cutting it out. Like I said, is it for you? That's enough reason. You're like, no, Christina, it has to be super bad. They have to be super mean. The situation has to be so horrible before I can do anything. Does it though? No, it don't. No. Six of Pentacles. I don't particularly like doing this anymore. Oh, let's do other Six of Pentacles. See what I'm saying? You haven't shown me anything so grievous about this, other than the fact you just don't want it in your life anymore. You don't want. You said it's stagnant. It's overdue. You got to look at it. You're looking at the pile of evidence of why you don't personally want to interact with it anymore. But it's all internal. It's all personal. I saw that me, all over again. It's just not for you, honey. That's it. That's it. It's not for you. You don't have to get so worked up and angry about it. You don't have to find fault with it. You don't have to find reason. Just don't. If it's a Six of Pentacles that is so basic in nature that you can really cut it out of your activity, then let it be. It's for someone else now. It's not for you anymore. You've been holding on to it. You're like, I don't want to. Then don't. Let it go. Release it back into the world. Peace be with you. You know? Does anything have to get that bad before you have a reason to let it go? It's just not for you anymore. Honestly, I'm not saying it's simple. I'm not saying it's easy. But also, it seems to cause you a hell of a lot more conflict to keep it. Why do you want to do that for yourself? You could be doing a million other things that could be productive and healthy for you. Stop participating. I'm not even convinced it's about a job. I mean, it could be. It's something that you've kept going because you felt you had to. You didn't have enough reason to cut it out. Who says you need a reason other than the fact it doesn't suit you anymore? Seven of Swords. We're going to go ahead and skip that one. That speaks for itself. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but just to reiterate, your tactic in the past was just to try to minimize your energy towards it. Seven of Swords, lean away from it, but inevitably you still found yourself bouncing with it even though you didn't want to. And for a while, avoidance does work. Seven of Swords is always a temporary thing. It should be. We're not supposed to stay in it constantly, the Seven of Swords. So as you can see, we're kind of sneaking away from it. Avoidance tactics work for so long. It is true, but it is temporary. This is meant to give us a temporary break in our game, our strategy of what we're doing, long enough to develop a plan to exit something. But if we constantly rely on this, like, okay, I avoided it this week. Whew. And what about next week, and the week after, and the month later, and 6 months later? Okay. At some point, we're meant to have developed a plan, which has been here. And you know that, like I said, your tax day for this was coming. Three of Swords is on the exit. I'm going to go ahead and clarify that because I'm curious. Something about the fear of rejection is coming down for you, which is good, because that will really allow you to do what you need to do. When you stop fearing rejection, it gets easier for you to understand when you're supposed to apply it. Because guess what? There are times as a human being, you have to know when to reject. Oh, yeah. You can't say yes to every offer. And you don't want to say yes to every connection, relationship, or job. Rejection's real. And part of our ability as human beings to evolve is to understand when we have to be subject to it and learn to grow up, and we have to learn to deliver it to others and learn how to grow up. Rejection's real, guys. You know, it's not just our job to avoid it. We have to grow into it. You will never really learn how much of a person you are, and for a couple things, until you're a parent, and you know what it's like to reject, and you know what it's like to be rejected. The way you handle your towers, those are your defining moments as a person, who you really are. Not how well you can avoid pain. No, no, no. Sometimes we have to be the bearer of bad news and difficult decisions, guys. Let's see that Three of Swords. So some of you have, and I'm not blaming this. I'm saying this as something that you have probably dealt with, or rather, I would even say suffered with all your life, is this really intense fear of having to deal with rejection, be you on the receiving end or the delivering end of it. Either way, you've been terrified of it. And you're like, I don't want to hurt anyone, and I don't want to be hurt. Okay. If you ever want to know what it's like to be empowered and you're headed in that direction, you're going to have to get comfortable with this. All right, that's enough of the lecture. I'm sorry. It's just your discomfort on this one is so incredibly high. It makes me think it's an outstanding issue for you. Let's see that Three of Swords. And I get that. I do. Guys, I hate that. I mean, I can... One of the downsides of being me is my level of empathy is way too high sometimes. You may not think it because I'm kind of a hard ass. Do you think I don't know that? Why do you think I am? You have to learn to firm up the heart. If I go around being a bleeding heart to everyone and everything, I will be setting myself up for perpetual disaster. And how do you do that? How do you get stronger? Is by confronting the thing that you fear the most. You know? It sucks, man. But these are essential skills to the self, specifically the development of the self. Our resilience, our ability to put ourselves out there and to be so bold and to be so empowered. The Sun, the Seven of Wands, Six of Cups. Oh, that's why. Ouch. Yeah. So this little balance here involves someone else. And your kind of sympathy to hang on to this is going down. So that means you are desensitizing. That's good. It is good. Your willingness to care and to continue to engage in this is going down. So that's good. There's something about a Six of Cups here. I'm not sure it's a soul bond. I don't. Whenever somebody shows me flat rejection of a Six of Cups like this, it's very rarely a soul bond, so much as I've just known them a really long time and I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah, 1,000%. You showed me as that's a balance that I don't like anymore, and I'm tired of pretending. Okay. It shows up as a person. And you are becoming desensitized to it. And that's because it doesn't make you happy. There's something about this connection here that you've known a long time. But you're saying it doesn't make me happy to participate in it. It doesn't give me anything back. But it hasn't done anything so blatantly wrong that it's hard for me to justify cutting it out. Again, that balance isn't for you anymore. You're no longer driven to make this happy. You no longer find happiness in it. And the more you realize that, your sensitivity towards cutting this out of your life is starting to go down. Good. I want you to follow that instinct. It is happening. Okay, it is happening. Remember, you get to choose your level of participation. And also, P.S. for the Libra I'm looking at, a connection or balance doesn't have to be so bad or difficult or egregious or just flat out wrong for you to reject it. Simply, do you find yourself in it anymore? Yes or no? That's it. End of discussion. It's not a balance if you can't find yourself in it. Then you're just forcing yourself to play along. Is that what you want? You don't need to force yourself to play along. You're a big Libra. You don't have to do this anymore. This could be someone you've known since childhood. It could be like that. That's where I get that sense of guilt and obligation, and I've known them for 20 years or something like that. But yeah, honey, you don't want to play along anymore. Own it. Okay? Own it. The Empress. Let's see you. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Libra. I'm rooting for you, honey. You can do this. You don't have to force yourself to play along anymore. Okay? You know, maybe playfully play tag with your lover. I got you. No, I got you. No, I got you. No, I got you. But we don't want to play tag with... Oh. It's my turn to balance with you again. All right, well, if I check in with him Wednesday, can I reasonably get away with the next month of not seeing this person? Something like that, dude. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. What the heck? I'm playing, like, playfully play tag with your lover. I don't mean, like, push and pull energy or chase. I mean, like, literally running around the house with your lover trying to play tag, caught you, and you know, playful in the wrestling thing. That's cute. I don't know why I had such a strong vision of that. That was funny. That was funny. I didn't even see the lovers here. I don't know why. I have no idea why. And two people chasing each other around the house in a playful way, you know. You know how it is? You playfully start shit and then you start running and chasing each other around the house. That's good stuff, man. That's the good stuff. That's the authentic relationship stuff right there. Anyway, let's see the... I don't know why. I had a vision of that, and it made me smile. Let's see the Empress, please. All right. Let's see you, honey. You show me what this Libra can do. Let's do it. Yes, Cinnamon agrees. I don't know if you can hear her. She's playing in the background. 9 of Wands. Okay. The Magician. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. 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 You're summoning thy will. Okay. All right. You've come a long way. You're going to do it. At first, you don't think you can. You will. You are summoning what you need to do. Don't get me wrong. Your first instinct is don't do it, Libra. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is too scary. You've never done this before. Okay. But you have to keep in mind the Magician, especially the Magician death. It's a bit stronger than that. Okay. Couple things. I want to emphasize choice right here. Tarot does not dictate action. You do. Tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. Depending on the kind of person you are and what it is you really want to do, the truth of you, you could interpret this as I'm being empowered and I'm choosing to resist summoning the ending of this. The reason why I'm not interpreting that way is because that would be anti-empowerment. Everything up until this point suggests you know what it is you want to do, you just haven't done it for reasons that we've discussed. That means empowerment then is to override your instinct to suppress your manifestation skills to get the energy to end this. And that's when you step into empowerment. Empowerment, guys, is ownership. That means doing the hard thing, not the easy thing. The easy thing has been, and it hasn't been easy at all if you think about it, to avoid this. Okay? Yeah. That Magician is calling forward the ending. We want to be done with this. I know 9 of Wands, your initial instinct is to nope. Yeah. Okay? Like I said, you get to choose your level of participation. And if you need a little extra strength in your pocket to end this, to transform for your own sense of betterment, this is what I need to do, then so be it. There you go. You're using it correctly, not incorrectly. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's take it from there, Libra. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Libra. Let's go. 6 of Wands. In your strengths. You know, we have some confidence. We like to be seen a little bit. Okay. What's that 6 of Wands? Show me that. I'm actually kind of curious about this. This feels so different from the rest of your reading. Let's see the 6 of Wands, please, and Libra strengths. Show me that 6 of Wands. Show me that 6 of Wands. You like a certain presentation. You have a certain style. You have a certain, this is how I do things. What is this? 3 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Ah. That's where it's coming from. That pride. That's what I was wondering. So it's pride in the classical sense of, look what I can do. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, when it came to this specific situation, you showed me deferment. I can't handle this. I'm going to put it off. I want to deal with it. Yeah, you could. It was there the whole time. Boom. Once this is done, you seem to get back to who you really are. And I have for you what looks like well-earned pride that has... Like I said, well, it's earned. You earned it. You had a particular vision in terms of your personal sense of self, stability, and growth that you want to get back on track with. And I think that's who you really are. And now that this is done, it's finalized, it's almost like you can breathe and say you can get back to what you're best at, focusing on what matters. You're saying you're actually incredibly resourceful. You have a very strong can-do attitude, that you are very proud of the fact that you can make your own way in this world. 8 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles, that's not insubstantial energy, folks. That's wonderful. That means I operate every day by my own particular methods, and thank you. I've been very successful at it. I would like recognition. But it's kind of like a silent pride for a job well done. It's like, I know what I can do. So when you carry yourself with a certain attitude that says, I know what's up. This took away from you a little bit, but like I said, when it's done, your empowerment comes back through powerfully. Like I said, you always had the tools for the job. You just had to know that this is what you needed to do. There you go. Okay, there's the pride. And you're saying, practically speaking, you're actually very well-founded. There's nothing you can't do with diligence and keeping your eyes on the horizon. In other words, you always kind of keep your eyes on the prize. So here is what we might call waiting, but waiting with real effort. You really took time to cultivate who you are, grow into your own particular space, and a very strong sense of self-can-do resources, as I said. So this is really good. I don't blame you for your 6 of Wands at all. You've clearly earned it. You deserve the recognition for all this. Even if it's a quiet pride, it still well earned. Good for you. Okay? Wunderbar. 10 of Pentacles, yeah? In your environment. Not such a surprise then. Based on your strengths, you have beautiful sense of stability and that can-do attitude. Is this because it's had an emotional component to it that made you very uncomfortable with? Something tells me you don't have quite as much hesitation in your 3D. Yeah? Probably not. This one, even though you said it's a balance, I don't want anymore. It was tied to a person. Okay? Do you remember that intro song for that show in the 90s? What was it called? It was Ally McBeal. Yeah. What was that intro song? I've been searching my soul tonight. You kind of reminded me of that a little bit. You're going to be okay. You know, you're going to be okay. You know who you are. You know what you're doing. Remember that. All right, let's see that Ten of Pentacles. Vonda Shepherd. Oh, how could I have forgotten? Yeah. Vonda Shepherd. That's her name. She sang that song. I don't know that she wrote it, but she sang it for the show. And I only remember that because I used to practice my vocals around her when I was still in training. Because she has deeper, heavier vocals like I do. Yeah, Vonda Shepherd. I used to train to her vocals. Oh, wow. Okay, anyway, sorry. Sorry, that was a random thought. I hadn't thought of that in years. Okay, folks. Ten of Pentacles, the environment. Five of Pentacles. Here it is. Here you are showing up yourself, saying this is what I can do. I deserve this recognition. I deserve to have pride in myself. I can do this. Yes, you can. Here is the actual separation from your 3D reality. Congratulations. Intuitively, that Six of Cups, you know and feel that this connection is in some way important to you, but that you do not want to see it in your life anymore. Again, I do not know who this is. You did not show me a strict definition. I just know that they've been in your life long enough that you feel bad, obligated, or guilty trying to exit it or no longer balance with it. So again, once more, this could be anyone. But you want to part ways with it from your 3D. Right here is where I see you reassuring yourself that you can do this and that you're supposed to. You have all like I say all the time, the skills, the tools, the abilities. Intuitively, you're saying it's correct and you always knew that. But seeing it in your reality is something else. The 3D is now matching the energy and the decision. Okay? I'm not saying that they won't always have a special place for you. You're always going to intuitively feel it to some extent. But you also intuitively feel that this is correct for you. That sense of lingering remorse and guilt is gone. Okay? Once you know something's correct, it typically is. Now they're showing up again in the hopes and the fears. Oh boy. Okay. Unless I'm seeing another Six of Cups, it has to be the same energy. Let's see that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. Let's take a look. Show me that Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Ace of Cups, the Chariot. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know. Libra, honey, you gotta go. Okay, there it is, the Three of Swords. It's still a tender place for you. I know. You probably thought there would never come a day where you could fully part ways with this. You had always hoped you would. You want to move on. Okay, you have aces kind of talking to you. I saw that there, the Ace of Pentacles. It's here again with the Ace of Cups, with the Chariot. You kind of hope that they'll understand. This was not easy for you to do. I understand that. But once more, you also have told me many times it's not for you anymore. You summon the ending. Take ownership of that decision. It represents empowerment, not anti. If it was anti, I'd tell you what you're showing me is a soft spot in your heart where you had to do it. Because again, that connection, whatever it is, whatever it represents to you, was not so outstandingly bad. You had reason to cut it outright. That's where the biggest difficulty for you was. Okay? I just know it's not for you anymore. Do you probably have a list of reasons? I'm sure. You were looking at the data for a long time. And you avoided it until you couldn't. Your reasons are your own. I just know you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And by your heart's own admission, there's other places you need to be. Your hope is to move on, and it's hard for you too as well. Okay, at the rate you were going, you probably thought, like I said, this day would never come. I don't think you gave yourself enough credit. Everything about who you are and what you need to do is here. Okay, so please take that with you. There it is. 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups. I know you hope to move forward in your heart space. New opportunities, new love, new dedication of energy and focus and self. And you feared it too. Okay? But it is coming from a good intended place in you. Okay, it really is. I think you're trying to do that as gently as possible. Even while you summoned the energy to end it, it was still done as gently as possible, I believe. I mean, here's the 3D. This is a really long goodbye. And every time you try to say goodbye to it, you discover a new layer to say goodbye to it. I don't think you ever thought you were going to do this, did you? First we have the mental layer, spiritual layer. Then we have the 3D layer. Then the heart's final goodbye to this, and because it needs to move on, it wants to move forward. Okay. Queen of Cups is in your outcome. Let's see that Queen of Cups. Let's see that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Let's see that Queen of Cups, please. Eight of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, we gotta let this go. You gotta let this go. I still see you retaining a sense of foundation and what matters and putting the best of your love into that. You are still learning to let this go towards the end there. You really didn't think you were ever going to do this, did you? I mean, the layers of you saying goodbye to this, they're multiple. And again, I'm not knocking you for that. You spent so much time saying you can't do this, you can't do this. When you actually started to do it, you discovered so many layers of goodbye to this. When all you showed me is like, Christina, it's just my secret. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's a long-standing goodbye. It really is. But in it is your freedom from it. You seem to really get back to what matters. Your sense of self, who you are, how far you've come, constantly reassuring yourself that all is well, because it is. Those pentacles are not random, honey. You built those. It's funny. It's the more you say goodbye to this, it seems like the more you learn to peacefully part ways with it. And it's like you can finally love it at last, but now that it's separate from you. It's so funny because when you introduced the subject, you were so turned off by it emotionally and mentally and spiritually. And now that you're finally saying goodbye to it, you're showing the softness towards it in terms of forgiveness and peace. And it's like you can love it now that you're separated from it. I don't mean be in love with it. That's not what I mean. I mean, you know how it is when you separate from something and you finally got the space you needed from it, and now you can love it because it's separate from you. In other words, you're at peace with it. You keep trying to show me a peaceful heart over this particular subject as you move forward. So it's a very elaborate goodbye. It has many layers to it. I think you spent a lifetime with this person. And like I said, now that I still don't know who they are to you. I really don't know. But the more you separate from it, the more you're at peace with it. You keep showing me good intentions, good love, good well wishes, no harm, no foul. Like I said, they never, whatever this is, they never did anything so egregious or difficult that you can honestly say, that's the reason this is over. Ah! You're emotionally disentangling this the more you say goodbye from it. You learn to let it go a little more every day. And you seem to be more in love with your life a little more every day. Okay? Yes, I saw the hints and things of new attached to you, but that wasn't the focus. That was not the focus. The focus was to part ways with this, and that you knew it was correct for you. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Number 51. Yes. Whale song, resonating. 61. Libra honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.